All right. Welcome, everybody, to June 20th, which is not Friday the 13th,
Nope.
but it's the week after Friday the 13th. Still horror
How,
trivia.
how's everybody doing? Hopefully, you had a nice week. Doing well, I hope.
Or not. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm not. Maybe I'm not wishing well for you this week.
And
Uncle
if you've had a
Pete
bad week,
wishes well.
hopefully we can make it better by giving you some good questions and good laughs.
I wrote some of the questions this week, so
Yeah, it was
the
50
blame
50
will
of the
be
week, Shelby and I.
shared. Let's see. I was telling Uncle Pete I've had a week from hell. I've spent
Oh,
all week working on the truck and not really making a lot of great progress. So super stoked about that. My hands are just completely like shredded, banged up, scarred. Just real annoying. Still cheaper than buying a new car or
yeah.
paying a mechanic, but it sucks sometimes because I'm not an expert.
Movie Mark wants to know what kind of truck.
I've got a 1999 4Runner, and the starter was fine, but I had to redo the timing belt, so I decided, hey, I'm going to rebuild the starter too. And apparently, the starter is just an absolute pain in the ass to get out on the 4Runner. So I've got a bolt stuck on a brake line that I'm probably going to have to cut the bracket off because I can't get an extractor on it. So super stoked,
Ugh.
super convenient, super not easy to work on. That it's really tight in that part of the engine bay, so not great. So
I don't know cars, but I can tell you what new comic books came out.
yeah, I wish it was as easy as Pokemon cards and comic books this week. I'm gonna put new brushes in it. There's like little the car is old enough to drink, so but with that, we'll start the trivia.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. Well, I said I'll start
I'm
the
glad your
trivia.
drive's working
Why?
again. Congrats to the hubby.
Yeah.
It's always
All
good
right.
news.
The trivia game is being a little angry with me. Let's see here. Why are you not telling me that I have a lot? We clearly have a live broadcast going. Thank you very much.
Yep, we're live.
Let's see here. Sometimes it does this. Let's see. Let me go to the. No, don't do that. Pick the YouTubes. Now start.
Any plans for this weekend there, people? Excited? Has anybody got their tickets for Fantastic Four or Superman yet?
Or 28 years later.
Yeah. So I am excited to see it. And I'm all by myself here. So Shelby should be back in a moment. So I'm assuming. So hopefully you guys are having a good time. Get technical issues every now and then. So Shelby should be back. So in the chat, what are your plans for the weekend? Anybody do anything fun this week? Or anybody just have to stuck at work, stuck at home, entertain us on the spot? Well, no. Yeah, not much going on with me. Just, working at the comic book store, which is kind of fun. Things are finally getting better. Right people are in place and everything. But yeah, I'm excited for Superman. I got my tickets. They're going hard with crypto right now. Crypto to Superdog, a lot of variant covers. That I'll even show you one that I had to pick up because it's super cute. So it's one of the variant covers. So they're going really hard with crypto right now. So you're going to see a lot of covers like that. And I didn't even know who this guy was till a few weeks ago. And apparently this guy, Jeff the Shark, is really popular, especially if you guys play that game Marvel Rivals.
All right.
Oh, I'm back. They're back. Okay.
What happened there? That was weird.
Hopefully I was able to entertain everybody momentarily talking about comic books.
No, that's what we pay you for, Uncle.
Right? Uncle Preston's getting the checks.
Uncle Preston's getting checks. And the trivia game finally started. So sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Internet goo-gaws or something. So I guess that it is a busy movie weekend. It is.
Omni-Man would destroy Superman, says Isaiah Matthew. I haven't read enough Invincible, so I can't argue that, yay or nay. But I will argue Superman would defeat Batman. Not even a competition. Don't even say Batman because Batman. No universe in the world where Batman going to beat Superman. Sorry.
I mean, money is a very powerful superpower. But yeah, Omni-Man's pretty OP. I don't know if that counts though. Like Omni-Man is designed to be like, a menace, right?
So who's on a high level? Homelander, Omni-Man. I haven't read the indie stuff, so I'm unfamiliar with those guys.
Backing up here.
Okay, we're still here.
Huh. I'm dealing with some network problems here. So actually, it's a good thing we're not running on OBS tonight.
Yeah.
So
yeah, in Dark Knight Returns, there, Isaiah, Batman just beat Superman, and he had a heart attack. But let's call it a y'all. Yeah, exactly. It's just actually, you know who wins? Depends on the writer. It depends on the writer. You could have Squirrel Girl beat Superman, depending on the writer.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, apparently, that's Jeff the Land Shark, not King Shark from DC. He's a Gwenpool's little pet.
I like King Shark. King Shark's fun. They should do more villains like King Shark.
He was fun in the better Suicide Squad, the second one.
I enjoyed it. He was like, I love David Dismalchin, so Polka Dot Man was the number one, but King Shark was
he's
really nice.
such an underrated character actor, dude.
So good. You know who else was underrated? The Blair Witch Project documentary crew. What crucial item did they lose during their documentary? Was it food, extra tapes / film, car keys, or a map? What'd they forget? Those are all important things.
Yep. Remember, if you're new here, just put the number of the answer in the chat.
Type the numbers. And I don't know what was going off my connection, so who knows? The game will run. I might drop out again. I don't know why my connection's
I'll try and entertain.
The game is actually being run elsewhere, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I don't know who Steven Steele is. They're Isaiah. I don't know. Or let's just try to say Steven Seagal could beat Superman.
Steven Seagal.
He probably thinks he could.
Steven Seagal, yeah. Steven Gravy Seal Seagal.
He probably thinks he could beat Superman.
Oh, man. They should put him on the front lines of that 3-day special operation. It's the map. They forgot the map.
Yep.
You got to remember, this was an analog era when this movie came out. So, there was no GPS on your phone very easily in 1999. So, yeah, you needed a map to get around places or print them out on MapQuest.
So, yeah.
They didn't lose it.
Yep.
They lost it. They definitely lost it.
I think they would have been lost anyways.
Yeah. I think they were looking to get lost, right? It was the journey. It was never about the destination.
You know what is about the destination is this next movie, Old Boy, one of my favorites.
Oh, boy.
How long is Daesu in prison for in Old Boy? Is it 525,800 minutes? Sorry for that.
600.
20 years, 15 years, or 10 years? I'm not going to sing it again, but was it 525,800 minutes or whatever it is? I can't say 600 minutes.
500.
20 years, 15 or 10 years.
600 minutes. That's how many minutes my internet connection wants to drop tonight, apparently.
So, how long was Daesu in prison for?
I keep
and if you have do not look this movie up, go in blind and watch it. It's one of the best endings in top 10 endings I've ever seen in a horror movie.
You should always go into movies blind, people. Yep. That's the joy.
Just close your
Even
eyes.
If it sucks, you still got to experience it the first time. Don't let them take that from you.
Yep, it was 15 years he was in there for.
I'm not fact-checking that.
And I will say the remake, not that bad. There's much worse remakes than the one with Josh Brolin and Elizabeth Olsen. It's not bad. It's better than like the Prom Night remake.
Triggered.
That's not saying much. It's better than the Stepfather remake.
Ooh, yeah, that's bad.
I know, getting nuts. Yeah, remake wasn't that bad, Nettie. I agree.
Which of these movies features a Lamia? Is it The Ritual, Ravenous, Krampus, or Drag Me to Hell? It's a creature known as a Lamia. There's probably a joke in there. I'm not going to make
it. Yeah. Think about what it could be. There you go.
And how difficult it is to find, apparently.
Yeah.
I was going to make a joke about
It's just you can just read it
cryptids.
in the lines.
Oh Jesus, what was this? Isaiah, I think oh no, I'm putting that one's getting pinned. There
Oh,
you go, Isaiah.
that's
a
the
wholesome
spoiler,
comment.
Isaiah.
That's a wholesome comment. I'm regretting that I resent that package to you.
And that's a spoiler. Americans have more temperament.
No, he's just making a cultural statement.
Yeah, that coffee commercial Sunday. Yep.
The implications were
That Folgers commercial.
What are you doing, Folgers?
And then they did the spoof on it, and like if you don't pay attention, you don't see it, and it's just so good. Oh, that's a fun one. I gotta keep watching Rick and Morty. I haven't watched in a while. I gotta catch up on that crazy family. Okay, so
you did wish for that at the wishing well.
Okay, what is the name of the male student who willingly enters the game just for fun in the movie Battle Royale? Was it Uncle Preston? Was it Shuya Nanahara? Was it Nobu or Kazuo Kiriyama? Who was that male student who just entered the game for fun in Battle Royale? Was it that dastardly Uncle Preston? Was it Shuya
My money's on him.
Nanahara? Was it Nobu or Kazuo Kiriyama?
My money's on Uncle Preston winning the whole thing.
Yeah, Uncle Preston would do something like that, like just for fun. Yeah.
And he'd get the backpack with like 2 bananas in it and nothing else.
That's all he needs. Well, he's going to eat 1 banana. He only needs it to peel of the second. So
stab people's eyes out. Did we get the movie list tonight?
I had the email, so I had.
It was the email. Oh yes.
Yep.
You all subscribe to the email list. You get the schedule that I failed to read. I read it and then I forgot.
You guys are pretty. Most of you are 3 for.
All right. And you only need to go touch some grass.
It was Kazuo Kiriyama, but
touch some grass.
Not no one thought it could be Uncle Preston. Damn, no one believed.
It's messed up. I believe. We're all in sync. Well, unsynchronized.
You're just going to challenge me for next week, ladies and gentlemen. So,
do you want factually correct trivia questions, or do you want to not get 10 right?
Because I'm going to go like books and stuff and like podcasts and.
We'll make this painful. What deity does Charles Lee Ray / Chucky worship from the Chucky movies? Is it Satan, Pazuzu, Loki, or Damball? What does the deity that little
Chucky? I never heard of
bastard.
Chucky. Who's Charles Lee Ray? Is that Charles Barkley, Tommy Lee, and Ray?
Yes,
Charles.
They all came together. It was like the A-Team of horror movies.
Who would not watch that movie though? I mean, come on.
I am a
Charles Barkley, Tommy Lee, and Ray Charles.
Everybody's getting banned if you keep picking the same question and answers. You're done. You're done on this channel. I'll kick you out of here.
I'm telling you, you're gonna put.
What is this? A protest vote?
Right.
Are y'all talking outside the
next
channel?
Week now, Shelby. They're asking for it.
Yeah, you all are really gonna get it next week. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
This is like some time of revolt.
It's gotta be. It's Damball. Congratulations. Everybody guessed it right. Damballa. Oh, is it missing the A? Yeah, probably. My keyboard was doing some wild
Movie mortgage
stuff.
or Josh this week.
Well, that was pretty correct. There wasn't Damball and Damballa, and then everybody picked Damball, and then there'd be a riot.
Yeah, exactly.
The trivia game stripped me of my A's and my P's and my Q's today. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't mess up on the year question.
Okay, I think most of you guys will get this one. What movie is this line from? Broken to the wrong goddamn record, you bastard. Was it Tremors, Ghoulies, Die Hard, or Critters 2? What movie is that line from? I think most of you are I'm gonna see all the same numbers again.
Pazuzu is the demon from
Was it
the
Exorcist?
Exorcist? Yes, I was gonna say the Possession for some reason. The Exorcist.
And if you think people are copying you, wait till like the last 5 seconds to put your answer in. So if you know you're right, I'd say wait till the last 5 seconds if you think people are going to copy, because now I'm seeing all these numbers. It's the same.
Bunch of hot shots, bunch of keyboard warriors out there
Nope.
getting these trivia questions right.
And then when there's all a tie and you say, oh,
it's
I didn't
random
win because it's a random tiebreaker.
Yep. It's a random tiebreaker. So you are putting your hopes in the computer here. Oh my God. I don't think we've ever had this happen before.
No,
I think we have a full revolt here.
I'm
going to make you all enter your answers blindly now. Exorcist 2 Pazuzu. That's pretty good.
Pazuzu Boogaloo.
Pazoogaloo. Tremors, so good. So good. How many more Tremors movies do you think they're going to make?
I think there are talks for Kevin Bacon and Burt Ward even.
I'd be okay with that. The Faculty occurs at what school? Wilson Magnet, Trent College, Harrington High School, or Central City High?
So for those of you who are Googling, wait until the last 5 seconds to type your answer in. That's why those who are guessing,
I noticed Joseph didn't show up tonight. The real trivia champions.
Yeah, Tricoli's in there.
I didn't see his answers.
Yep.
It's like, oh, y'all over here. Okay, I see him. I'm scrolling up now. Okay. I thought Joseph was like, I won theme trivia. I don't need to show up for a couple.
Joseph is a champ. Because of my goof last week, he technically got a 15 for 15.
It's pretty impressive.
Or 14 out of 14, because if we cancel, yeah, he still aced it.
I mean, you could get the question wrong that I gave everybody the free answer to. But you got to type like the wind, Callie. Harrington High School.
So I think you guys, there might be a co-theme for next week. Like, yeah, you're really going to have to guess, or you may have to know how to read for next week.
Oh, Movie Morg's fact checking me. It was actually Texas School of Death. Now I'm getting fake fact checked.
Yeah.
Pen sniffers. There you go. Peanuts has a word for you all.
Proved that last week.
Joseph does have an unhealthy obsession with Friday the 13th movies.
He proved it last week.
And he will be getting a poster for his unhealthy obsession when I mail it.
How does the alien refer to humans in the movie Virus? Those dastardly Swifties, flesh sacks, carbon units, or bags of waste? Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Sutherland movie. How do those aliens? How do they call humans? How do they refer to them as Swifties?
Movie Morg, I was trying to gaslight you.
Carbon units, or they're bags of waste.
I tried to gaslight Movie Morg because yes, the Texas School of Death is the actual name of the school they filmed on The Faculty.
And Baldwin, yep, yeah, you're right. I forgot. I couldn't remember which Baldwin brother was in that.
Baldwin. They're all Baldwin brothers.
One of the Baldwin brothers.
We need a Friday the 13th.
Family Guy joke in there. I think they did with all the Baldwin brothers.
There's 3 of them, right?
Alec, William, Stephen, Joe.
Oh, there's 4 of them?
It's 4.
The Beatles?
It was Carbon. Yeah. All right. Someone may get a 10 for 10 this week, and that's all right. Hey, we all have stumbles.
It won't be Isaiah. Ha ha. Flesh sack.
That's messed up. That's jacked up. All right, it's going to be a tie.
Don't be the only one to get it wrong. Everybody can see that. You silly goose. What's wrong with you? What are the name of the monsters in I Am Legend? Are they Vaxxers, Vamps, Turned, or Dark Seekers? Y'all were upset. Isaiah's right. Isaiah was trying to pick a different...
Isaiah did it for us. He got it wrong.
He decided to throw it.
Yep.
Okay.
I appreciate
All
that.
right.
He's like,
I'm gonna
I got to make it better
uncancel
for
the
those guys.
package that I already have in the mail for you because you redeemed yourself. I've canceled it and then uncanceled it in the same 20-minute span.
I'm gonna have to dig deep into like horror movie novelizations to get the questions for next week.
The most recent I Am Legend, not Omega Man.
He wanted to say Swifties.
Swifties is pretty good.
Oh man.
Vaxxers is not incorrect because that's the mechanism and how they all turn, right? It was a
Okay.
cancer vaccine that turns rogue in the Will Smith version. But they're called Dark Seekers, which I don't really ever remember that coming up in the movie. I don't remember them being called by names. I'm sure it must be mentioned at some point. So,
All right, this last question. If you know the answer, even if you Google it, I don't care.
hey,
Wait
look,
the last
I
5 seconds
fixed it here.
this
This
could be
less
the make or
perfect.
break because
This could be.
it's a pretty obscure movie. So wait to the end if you know it.
I'm glad my question.
Where do the revenge-seeking students hold their victims captive in the movie The Final? Is it in a warehouse, a school basement, a lakeside cabin, or a farmhouse?
About the
Where do
Four
those
Seasons?
revenge-seeking students hold their victims captive in a very underrated but yet dark movie called The Final? Did they hold them captive in a warehouse or down in the school basement? Could be even a lakeside cabin or even a farmhouse. So, pretty good movie. You guys should really check out. But where do they hold it? Have you seen it? You know the answer. But
Google like the wind, like Jay.
So some revenge-seeking students in the movie The Final.
You know what? Maybe you should Yahoo it instead. I don't know if Google's
Bing. No, Bing.
No, Google's giving you those crappy AI answers now. I don't know if you can trust them anymore.
Bing, baby.
Oh my god, we should just have AI make incorrect horror movie questions. That would be peak Friday night trivia. I don't even know what the answer is. This is what the AI said. Ooh.
It was a farmhouse.
Slaughter. Slaughter.
You would think it would be in a school basement, so I got you. Ask Jeeves, yeah. It was in a farmhouse. So, and again, Joseph got it right. So,
and Jay.
Yeah.
So he either knew it or he Googled it really fast. Never know.
Could it be a tie between Jay and Joseph? And now it's going to be up to the computer.
Uncle Pete is the AI because of all the incorrect questions. Uncle Pete and I are two halves of one really, really bad AI. It's
Joseph.
not Jay, it's Joseph.
Damn.
Joseph, 2 weeks in a row.
Too perfect. All right. Obviously, Joseph has come to play. Thumper right up there is back with us with 9.
Summer, good showing. Movie
Summer
More, good showing.
Movie More,
Sunday,
well. Sunday.
Good to see you 2 weeks in a row, finally. Callie, great showing. P-Nerps, Jay. Really top heavy. It's top heavy. King, I guess, had to go sit on the toilet. Yeah, I saw King comment early and then left. So
Isaiah took one for the team by getting some wrong.
But Isaiah wasn't winning the run either. So 7 wouldn't have got you there, baby.
Yeah, Joseph, 2 weeks. Okay, so obviously what we're hearing is make the questions harder.
That's what I heard tonight. I don't like seeing 10 out of 10, right? That's not.
Well, we had 2 weeks in a row. We had perfect scores. Granted, Joseph is he's one of the top.
Thank you, P-Nerps. I love how it transcribes it. It says pair character putting his hand in front of his mouth while blushing is what it says on Restream. It translates the emojis. So if you were a person from like ancient...
answers, well, you have to write a paragraph or we'll do essays next time.
Essay form. I want you to tell me how you felt the first time Jason Voorhees' tragic backstory was revealed.
We'll debate for points. Argue that the sack is a better mask than the hockey mask.
You have to wear the sack and then answer the questions while being blindfolded. I was like, can you imagine being like in ancient Egypt and somebody described an emoji to you and it was just pair character putting his hand in front of his mouth while blushing? What would you, how would you even begin to comprehend that sentence? Yeah, we truly.
Comedians talk about even if you had a cell phone and you went back 50 years, how would you even explain how it works to anybody? They would think you were a witch.
I mean, they probably still do. I'm definitely not a witch, and I don't have to answer any other questions about that. Oh, the movies. The movies coming up in 2 minutes. We
Yeah.
have Black Wake coming up at 9. A string of mysterious deaths along the Atlantic coast leaves scientists searching for answers. But when a detective discovers disturbing journals from a homeless man, and one scientist begins to piece together the impossible, the truth becomes clear. An ancient entity is rising from the ocean, and it's bringing madness with it. Black Wake is a chilling blend of science fiction, Lovecraftian horror, and conspiracy that will leave you questioning why we put these movies on the channel. I mean, what's underneath the waves? What's the second movie, Huckabee?
Yeah, this one sounds pretty cool at 10:35 Eastern, 7:35 Pacific. Stronger, Faster, Better, Cloned, The Recreator Chronicles. A group of teens on a weekend trip stumble upon a hidden lab and discover clones of themselves, but with enhanced abilities and, guess what, a sinister plan. As the line between original and duplicate blur, those lines will always blur, the fight for identity and survival begins. Lots of fighting. Clone, The Recreated Chronicles is a smart, suspenseful sci-fi thriller with a terrifying twist on what it means to be you.
And
Clone, The
you
Recreator
were a
Chronicles.
trivia player tonight.
Yep.
Oh, God. Let's see. MIT, cyborg stuff, cell phone. Yeah, we'll do all of it. We'll put the 5G chips in your head and
Yeah.
stay tuned in to Kings of Horror. Thank you all for playing trivia. Thank you,
Purple.
Peanuts, for your
Appreciate it.
contributions as always, and everybody else for tuning in.
Appreciate
And
it.
enjoy the movies.
Have a
We
good
will
night.
see you next week with harder questions.
Yeah, definitely harder questions.